Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? Did you watch the announcement yesterday from Boris? It was kind of weird, wasn't it? I was looking at it thinking, at the time, actually, I have a confession to make. My wife loves the 70s show, and we were listening to that, and you may know an old song by the Boomtown Rats called I Don't Like Mondays. You probably don't, because you're probably a lot younger than us and don't listen to such things. But if you do, I was listening to Boris afterwards, and there he was saying, yeah, you can go to work, but you can't. And it all sounded quite confusing. It was almost like, walk, don't walk, you know. So I think most of us found that a little confusing. But what it appears for us as estate agents is back to work day is going to be the 1st of June. We're working behind closed doors anyway to get things ready and really gearing up to restart. But that's when we'll really restart in earnest. Hope you're doing well. You're all healthy and safe. Looking for inspirational quotes at this time of year. And of course, our series Isolation Inspiration is on. I've got a couple of lovely guests this week lined up already, and some more that I hope will come along. I hope you enjoyed Viv the Spiv. Certainly the stats suggest you did. Over 5,000 people have watched that video on just one channel now. So absolutely amazing. Thanks, Ian, for that. This week we've got Lewis Stevens, who did a 5,000-mile bike ride on an extreme budget. So that should be fun to watch. Emily Cadmore, our mortgage broker. It'd be really interesting talking to her about what deals are available and how she sees things as far as finance is concerned. Other than that, always looking for a bit of inspiration. And I saw a quote this week that I thought was quite apt. And it said that realize the worst thing that can happen is never the event. It's the event and losing your head, because then you've got two problems instead of just one. So I hope you're finding it reasonably easy to keep your head. I know particularly for parents now, it must be really, really hard. Being with children, I've seen a lot of comments on the different networks of mums and dads saying it's so hard to educate and at home instead of the normal kind of being able to let somebody else do that job and then enjoy your children in a different way. So my heart goes out to you. But you know, like anything else, there are always worse out there, aren't there? I mean, particularly domestic abuse victims. I mean, can you imagine being cooped up with a one person that you fear? And hopefully we've got Cassandra Learning Centre coming on later in the week to talk about that. And their charity is absolutely, the work they do is fantastic. So I hope you'll stick around for that. So I hope you're all well. Hope you all have a good week. The other thing that occurred to me, though, I just want a quick word about, a lot of people are saying that when the market returns, the housing market will be very much in favour of people escaping to the country because they've got used to working from home. And I think that's interesting, but the vast majority of people don't have the luxury of being able to work from home. I know people are finding ingenious ways around it, and good for them. And there will be those that realise that they can now work from home and perhaps go further out. And so people are saying, oh, well, the London housing market is going to drop because of this. Well, I would actually say the opposite is true. Think about it in another way. If you've got a choice, would you get on a train or a tube right now? And I think we all know the answer to that one. So therefore, wouldn't you rather be closer into London if you have to go into London so that you can commute perhaps by cycle or moped or motorbike or car? And I think the answer for a lot of us is yes, we would. And therefore, I see a lot of people wanting to come closer in, particularly those that have to go in, because those long commutes could be hotspots for contagion, couldn't they? So just a thought that, you know, it's not all about people leaving London. There will be an exodus of people looking to get closer into their work as well, I think, which will balance it. As far as pipeline's concerned, proceeding sales, everything has proceeded normally post-lockdown. So that's quite interesting. People are still holding on to the purchases they've made. They're still exchanging and completing on sales. So things seem to be holding up rather well. Lots of new inquiries coming in. We're just desperate to get back to them, to be honest. Similarly with valuations, we're doing a good few Zoom valuations, people showing us around remotely, and that's quite fun. So if you do require a valuation and you're not ready yet to have anyone around your house, do get in touch, because we're quite happy to do it over Zoom, just have a chat with you and talk about what your aims and aspirations are. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.